Reclaim your power. Reclaim your power!
Now, what you want to do?
How's it going, YouTube? I'm back with Scepter 2.0. This is my latest creation, and these scepters are taking a interesting turn. Nature's calling me, and I'm answering the call. So today's video is so recently, actually the past weekend, Kashira and I, Queen Kashira, we visited the amazing Sonia Barrett, and it was an amazing experience. We're actually still experiencing it. The past, present, and future is all at the same time, so it's still happening, and a lot of things were open. A lot of understanding, is coming into existence, coming into being. So that brings about this video. And this video is, reclaiming your power. I'm going to begin to talk more about reclaiming power, just because it's a powerful thing. But reclaiming power, and today I want to talk about consequences. What consequence do you create that you fear the most? What consequence do I create? In my mind, what do I see as a powerful consequence, and why do I fear it? And this is kind of one of the things we were talking about, and it's also in the book. If you read the book Bust Loose from the Money Game, check that book out, start reading it, take your time, digest it. But ultimately, one of the main programs, call it a program, one of the main things that I see myself as a good person, and in seeing myself as a good person, I do good things. I don't curse, don't really drink, don't smoke, and I see all those as qualities of a good person. But in the same regards, in the same breath, you could say, what's the consequence? So if I do drink or smoke, if I do curse, am I a bad person? And I think in some of those instances, there's power. And the power I'm saying is if there's a fear. If I do any of those things, is there a fear, a powerful fear that I'm giving power to? Giving power to that consequence. If I do those things, that means I will equate to a bad person. Bad things equals bad person. Now this is where you have to analyze it. You as a person watching this video, what's your greatest consequence? What great consequence do you put fear to? Do you feed a lot of fear into? Is it losing your job? Is it not paying rent on time? Is it not having money for rent? Is it money? Is it a relationship? What consequence do you feed a lot of power into? And when we feed consequences, it drains us of power, our life force, our life energy. So back to me, in the good person program, if I'm not a good person, then what? I'm a bad person. And what does that mean? It means nothing. It's just me. It's my judgment on right and wrong, my judgment on good and bad. I'm creating this whole perception, and I'm feeding the power into the consequence. And me feeding that power into the consequence drains my energy, drains my life force, causes age, So one of the things Sonia talked about is unplugging or reclaiming power, and bring all that energy that we're feeding into things, stop feeding all those things, stop feeding the consequences, bringing energy back to us. So in reclaiming my power, I see the consequence of what I think is a bad person. And as I see that fear, or whatever it is that I see as a bad person, whatever that thing is, just know it's not real. And that's the key, that it's not real, it's actually me. And I create that illusion. It's an illusion that I created. I fed it power and made it real. And now to switch it, as I realize it's an illusion and it's really my power, it's really me, I reclaim it. I reclaim the power, bring it back into me, and expand into this infinite vortex that we live in. So take time to analyze, and it does take time. You have to analyze yourself. As myself, as a good person, I have to analyze, where do I think I'm a good person at all the time? Where do I see myself being a good person? And say, you know what? Really doesn't matter if I'm a good person. There's no consequence, good or bad. And just analyze, break down my life, and start reclaiming my power. Reclaim my power. And you can do this too. Just analyze your life. And the reason I'm starting with consequences, the reason I'm talking about consequences, is because a lot of time consequences govern our life. Consequences, fear, a lot of times govern our choices. I don't want to generalize, but some people say they work at a good job, or they work at a job to make money, to pay bills. And if you turn on the flip side, if they don't have their job, the fear will be, I won't have money, I can't pay bills, I can't eat. I can't have a home. And that's all created. That's all fear. It's based from fear. It's all created on a consequence system. So once you realize all of this, you start seeing it, you start unplugging from the system and say, you know what? I have no fear. There are no consequences. The consequence, the fear, is something that I charge, I created. I fed power into it. And it's really me. And I reclaim that power. That powerful fear, I reclaim it and bring it back into my soul. That powerful fear, that powerful illusion that I created, it's not real, it's me. And I reclaim it. I reclaim it and bring it back into my soul, and I expand into the infinite vortex that surrounds me. So this is not a challenge, just analyze your life and see if you're running off of fear and consequences. See where the fear and consequences are. And this will help you lead a free life. It can be a freeing, liberating experience. You can have whatever you want, and not in a materialistic sense, but you can have whatever you desire, whatever you like. I love painting. I love art. I love nature. And this is a combination of art, painting, nature. I love building things, taking things apart. And I got these magnetrons right here. This is I call this Scepter 2.0. And I say that it allows me to shape and wield, or shape and distort, or rebuild reality as I see fit. I can do whatever I want with the matter or particles that surround me and create what I want. So as you begin to do what truly lies in your heart, you will create just imaginable things, amazing imaginable things. Like 6 months ago I couldn't create this, or could I? But so as you free yourself, as you free your mind, as you analyze your life and grow and expand and learn that, okay, I don't have to play this game I'm playing. I don't have to go to this job that I don't love. That's not my passion. That it doesn't resonate fully with me. And it's okay if I quit. There's no consequences. And if I think there's a consequence or a fear if I quit, I created that and I made that power. I put that power there. Everything we see in this world, we put power into. We create the illusions that we see. And it's really us. It's us that charge them and give them the power. So please check out Sonya Barrett. Read Bustin' Loose from the Money Game. Check out the rest of my videos and have fun. Live life. Know that any choice you make is okay. And the more you make choices for yourself, the better your life will be. And everything will be okay. There's no fear. There's no consequence unless you create it. Reclaim your power. Reclaim your power!
Everyone, please put your hands up. Please put your hands up in the sky right now.
Now, what you wanna do?